I call the people of the Republic of South Africa and the family of nations, the people of this universe, behold, presidents and excellencies, the obligations imposed by the supremacy of the Constitution and the rule of law of the Republic of South Africa are not fulfilled, and personalities defeat professionalism to the disadvantage of the country and its people. I have a dispute that can be resolved by application of law decided in a fair public hearing before a court or, where appropriate, another independent and impartial tribunal or forum such as the National Assembly. And I am denied to court by Mr. Klaso, who has sworn or affirmed that he will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, respect, and uphold the Constitution and all other law of the Republic, and solemnly promised to perform his functions as a member of the National Assembly to the best of his ability. Today, Mr. Klaso makes it as if Nyiko, Mangolele, and Alutha Songelwa do not exist along with their father. Yet he receives a salary and its benefits each and every day to lie and say the best interest of Nyiko and Alutha are of paramount importance in every matter concerning them, but achieves the complete opposite so as to keep the incumbent President Cyril Ramaphosa and others from accountability. It is true, the incumbent Cyril Ramaphosa must account for my commission as mandated in terms of Section 54(3)(a) of the Defence Act. No one of you can call me Mr. Mangolele unless the said terms are enacted. Failure to achieve this reality in a public trial, know it to be true that the National Assembly or the 6th Parliament does not respect the Defence Force and its mandate to the country and its people. Thus a gross violation of the Constitution and the law. I want to ignore it, but I'm currently without past or future income. I cannot come to any of you in sort of employment without my previous record of employment. Trust me, I want to do it so that I can immediately provide for the care and contact of my children, but I cannot. I will be causing any potential employer to be part of a fraudulent or criminal activity, corruption, and misconduct. I cannot open any source of revenue without the Constitution and the law. How do I get a new car and lawfully keep it without the equal benefit and protection of the law for my Lexus IS250 SE registered CA 809086? I have to be practical to the reality that its keys are taken away from me, and no organ of state has followed the Constitution and the law to secure the safe returns of my car keys. In court, everything is interpreted in terms of the Constitution and the law. For example, relevance is interpreted in terms of Section 210 of the Criminal Procedure Act. Trespassing is interpreted in terms of Act number 6 of 1959. And you will know it or understand the meaning of right if you did not read Section 7 of the Constitution, the first obligation in Chapter 2 of the Supreme Law of the Republic. Equally so, you cannot know that I am a Lieutenant Commander Sylvester Volane Mangolele. You must have believed something to be true to learn my name, as you would understand the preamble that mandates all people of the Republic of South Africa to recognize the injustices of my past as perpetuated by Vice Admiral Hlongwane and his personal friends, which includes the incumbent President Cyril Ramaphosa, who promoted Rear Admiral Mkondo instead of prosecuting him for assaulting me with a knobkiri in his office. An incident witnessed by his former Secretary Ayanda and Warrant Officer Kufuneka. Bobby Jordan reported this reality on the Times under the heading "In the Navy, the Knobkiri does the talking," and that the military police are investigating the matter. This was never prosecuted, as in any other case I have opened with the South African Police Service. My own personal stove is still being used by another person at my house in number 4 Cable Hill Road, Simonstown, and I have duly reported this to all relevant authorities, and such was ignored with impunity. I have requested access to court at Lexato, Cape Town, and I was denied such access to court on 30 October 2020. The reality is that such denial ensures the sustenance of the wrong done by Vice Admiral Hlongwane as the officer commanding derogates from his or her duties with regards to allegations of misconduct. Composition and jurisdiction of court of a senior military judge is as contemplated in Section 9 of the Military Discipline Supplementary Measures Act to try any person subject to the code for any offense other than murder, treason, rape, or culpable homicide. People believe the fact that the PESAL system is fed false information. This means that the law was followed and that my family and nation must believe lies that I am convicted for offensive behavior in terms of Section 105 of the Defense Act. Yet no promulgation certificate in line with Section 59(1)(d) of the Defense Act exists, and no account of offense exists, that we, as soldiers, commonly know it as DD1. It is true that Mr. Marcel de Wet was caused to enter false information on the PESAL system about my name in relation to Section 105 of the Defense Act, a point of law which requires a conviction by a competent court. I put to you all that I have never been served with an account of an offense and was never called to show cause before any court in that regard. Yes, I agree that the Chief of the Navy has ordered my salary to be stopped, and such an order is unlawful, and it is unlawful that it is a dispute. Its unlawfulness is a dispute at this particular current moment. An action was taken concerning my salary, and like any person, I have a right to equal protection and benefit of the law. The independence, impartiality, dignity, accessibility, and effectiveness of organs of state are reduced to personalities. People are more personal than professional in a work environment. I have reported criminal activity, corruption, and misconduct to the relevant authority as mandated by my code of conduct as a uniform member of the South African National Defence Force. Yet, to this day, I am arbitrarily or without just cause deprived of my salary. The legislature, the executive, judiciary, and all organs of state deprive me a fair trial in any event. What wrong did I do not to have the right to equal protection and benefit of the law? My pictures are posted all over military units for no lawful reason known to me. And when I ask the court such a question, I get locked up in Polsmo prison for 44 days based on allegations of trespassing at my lawful property and land. No court official or any personnel has explained to me why I am not allowed entry in the jurisdiction area of Simonstown, which includes from Steenbeck train station, Muizenberg, Kalk Bay, Fishhoek, Masipumelele, Sun Valley, right through Oukapseweg. And I may only argue that on 23 August 2020, meaning that apartheid law is allowed to be at play until then. I ask you to understand to be true that court officials have grossly violated the Judicial Code of Conduct. Today, the same court is used as a tool to achieve the continuation of corruption in critical capabilities. When I tell you that I have a clean discipline record and my children are deprived involvement of their father in their daily lives, the court sends me to jail, which has no windows or blankets, and I have to spend a maximum of 21 days without changing my clothes or granted any chance to wash such clothes. I was tortured and had to spend more than 21 hours without food each day. It is not that there is no resources to address such inhumane condition, but corruption has destroyed such resources. There is a lot that I must still do for my country and its people, and I am intimidated. All you will understand to have been achieved by the Simonstown Magistrate Court is that I stay away from Simonstown. For what good reason? No one knows. And it is now the law approved by the court that I must not even have a chance of getting to my unit. Even if I were to agree that I am discharged, that means even my pension is lost or forfeited. Understand that I have no chance at any future employment, as I have no reference other than where I am not allowed by law. The big question is, what wrong did I do when I saved the state millions of rands? The reality of the matter is that I have always been denied or intimidated to present the findings of the investigation I was instructed to conduct by Director Fleet Logistics. I did not call myself to the office of the Director Fleet Logistics to conduct investigations whose findings have led me having to spend 27 months without income. I have remained true to my oath of office and never gave up to serve and defend my country and its people as I do now. I have reported to the police all matters, and the police are still unable to even return my car keys. They are scared of Cyril Ramaphosa as the only person as head of the national executive may authorize the employment of the Defense Force in cooperation with the police service. What else must I do for the state to fulfill the obligations imposed by the Constitution? All people in the Republic of South Africa and the universe can see the lie told on my name. And today I sit with these particular papers that are a witness statement issued to the South African Military Police Service in Simonstown. They were issued by Commander Cyril Ramaphosa, that is her name. Commander Cyril swears under oath that I am a commander out of the South African Navy, working in the HR section in Simonstown in the capacity of HR maintenance manager for the past 3 years and are currently serving in the South African Navy for 18 years of service. Excuse me. I would like to state that Mr. Mangolele was getting a notice during the year 2016 to vacate the state quarters, and as he was regarded single by the state due to his divorce, as he did not get any guardianship of his son. As you can see me reading this particular letter, Commander Cyril is lying directly to the court, telling the court that I am deemed single simply because I do not have guardianship of Nyiko Mangolele. This particular truth, good people, has always been in existence in the PESAL system of the DOD, that Nyiko Mangolele is my dependent and was listed as such, as a dependent. Otherwise, Nyiko Mangolele, when he broke his arm, would not have been admitted at number 1 military hospital to be as healthy as he is today. Nyiko Mangolele is my son. He lives with his mother, Millicent Malenja Sangobe. They live in Pretoria. The reality of them living in Pretoria does not do away with the reality of a court order mandating that Nyiko Mangolele is my dependent. My dependent who must see me each and every Tuesday and Wednesday, and each and every alternative weekend and holiday. That reality, as mandated by a court order, is grossly violated by the actions of both the state and the mother of Nyiko Mangolele. Tumeka Songelwa is the mother of Alutha Songelwa. Alutha Songelwa is my daughter whom I cannot provide for since Samuel Hlongwane has lied on my name and forced people to insert on the DOD PESAL system that I am discharged following a conviction in terms of Section 105 of the Defense Act. It is a lie told on my name. It is a lie which the court must prove and have done so. It is a lie that many of you have seen Rear Admiral Machimane saying that I am being discharged following the inaction of or the enactment of Section 59(2)(c) of the Defense Act. There is an affidavit to that effect that is filed to the record of court. And the judiciary today believes it as true. And when I tell the judiciary that such is not the truth, the judiciary sends me to jail to tell me that I may not speak against authority. Good people, the judiciary is employed to uphold the Constitution and the law. The judicial authority of the Republic is vested on the courts. And when the courts themselves do not want to believe me when I tell them the simple truth that Nyiko Mangolele is my dependent, it is the problem that the national sphere of South Africa has. It is the problem that all of you as people of the Republic of South Africa must believe to be true. All of you as people of the Republic of South Africa are led by the incumbent Cyril Ramaphosa as President of the Republic of South Africa to believe that Nyiko Mangolele is not my child, to believe that I must not care and contact Nyiko Mangolele. I must not buy clothes for Alutha Songelwa. I must not care and contact Alutha Songelwa. The pictures that you see on social media are the pictures that are antithetical to the wishes of the incumbent President Cyril Ramaphosa. I want to say it to you otherwise, but that is the reality. Cyril Ramaphosa does not want to remove the incumbent Chief of the Navy, Samuel Hlongwane, from office as a result of him denying to pay my salary. My salary is not paid, and people are scared of Samuel Hlongwane as the Chief of the South African Navy. People are scared of Solishoke as the chief of the defense force. All these people that I'm mentioning to you are equal before the law, because the supreme law of the republic is the Constitution. I want to run away from that. If you do not believe me, please do yourself a favor and read section 2 in chapter 1 of the Constitution. You will understand it to be true that when I say the obligations imposed by the Constitution must be fulfilled, it is not my saying, it is what I am taught. You will understand it to be true that when I enter into my car and then start driving, it is not what I know, it is what I am taught, being put into practice. I cannot put my car to reverse if I was not taught to put it into reverse. I cannot refuel my car to drive me from point A to point B if I was not taught to anticipate the behavior of fuel consumption in my car. Good people, I am a person, I have feelings. And people want my life to be at pause until the 23rd of November. You want to believe the apartheid law to be true, that I am not allowed entry into Simonstown, and all of you behave as such. When I go to Simonstown tomorrow, the people in Simonstown or the South African Police Service in Simonstown will arrest me and send me to Pollsmoor. That is the reality that all of you are taught to believe. And yet the reality of this matter is that I have never resigned. I have never retired from the South African National Defense Force. I have never been before any court to show cause in relation to my allegation relating to my unfair or unlawful dismissal that you are currently witnessing as the entire universe and the nation of the Republic of South Africa. I know all of you to be the people of this universe, and some of you, 60 million of which or more, to be the people of the Republic of South Africa, which I serve and defend. And there is no way on earth that you will understand me if you do not understand the terms serve and defend the country and its people in accordance with the Constitution and the law. I am not coming to you in accordance with Jesus. I am not coming to you in accordance with Allah. I am not coming to you in accordance with Buddha or any other God that is religiously believed and practiced by any religion that exists in this particular universe. I am not crazy. I am not a 6'4", as you are made to believe that I am a 6'4", as you are made to believe that I am a person who does not know what he wants and does not know what he says. If you understand Shoprite to be a business entity operating in the country of the Republic of South Africa, you would understand that Shoprites exist in each and every corner in the landscape that is afforded to exist in the Republic of South Africa. And today, Shoprite has made more than $1 million in revenue of whatever bread or any item that any of you has purchased in it today. You would understand the truth of the meaning of the term allegations. If I come to any of you and say you have raped me, I must prove to the court of law beyond reasonable doubt that you have raped me. If a person comes to you and alleges that I have trespassed in their respective space, they must prove beyond reasonable doubt that I was acting ungodly or criminally. And that doing means that I did not knock at your door. It means that I did not go to the sentry who is on guard, on duty in those particular premises. And they will tell you that I have came to them in peace. I have knocked at number 4 Cable Hill Road in peace. And I was allowed entry. And I was even given a chair to sit outside with my family, in which we enjoyed a meal, which was taken abruptly by the military police. And all of you want to believe that I do not have a right to say that what has happened was wrong in the eyes of the law in accordance with the Constitution and the law. You don't want to believe that. You want to believe that Sylvester Mangolele must continue asking people for money in order for him to have a simple slice of bread to eat and survive until the 23rd of November. That is the law that you, the people of South Africa, must believe and want to believe and currently believe. My life is as real as you are watching this particular video footage. My life is as real as you are thinking of calling your loved ones and telling them that you love them. My life is as real as you cheating in your partner. It is real. It is not my business in what you engage on relative to you and your activities with other people. It is my business to serve and defend you. And I cannot serve and defend you if the obligations imposed by the Constitution are not fulfilled. I will be lying as the 6th Parliament is lying to you, saying, hey, we are fulfilling the obligations imposed by the Constitution. We, in terms of Section 44 of the Constitution, recognize the injustices of the past of the South African members and then serve them in accordance with the Constitution and the law. That is the lie that you are expected to believe. And that is the lie that you believe. And when I come and tell you that you are a slave in your own country, you want to tell me that I am crazy. When I ask you, go and Google the meaning of the term strive, you want to tell me that I'm crazy. When I tell you that I am shooting this particular video for you to learn the truth, you want to tell me that I am crazy. When I tell you that I am taking an action to remove Cyril Ramaphosa from power, you want to tell me that I am crazy. And you want to believe Mr. Kaso when he tells you that he's not responsible for any sitting of the National Assembly. And I must be happy about that. I must continue to come and knock into your door and say, please, can you give me 150 for me to be able to buy bread, or for me to be able to go to Lexato tomorrow on the 2nd of November and then state my plea. My reality is that I do not have money. My reality is that I do have money sitting on paper. And that particular money is not enacted by the people employed to ensure that each and every paper is read and then given effect to. I did not choose for the people working in Parliament to be working in Parliament. I followed you as the nation and the state that I serve and defend. I am apolitical. I'm not a member of the ANC. I'm not the member of the EFF. I am not the member of the DA. I am not the member of any other political party. In my shoulders, I carry all more than 60 million of you. And when you understand the mathematics, you would understand 10 million people to have elected Cyril Ramaphosa to be the incumbent president, as is the case today. And you would understand that for him to be removed can only happen in terms of Section 89 of the Constitution, which in terms of Section 1995 therein, I am taught to follow the very same Constitution and international law in consideration. Good people, I want my money. I want to be able to buy my children Christmas clothes and buy them KFC and buy them an ice cream. I cannot do that while Samuel Hlongwane is allowed to constantly lie to you and say he is the chief of the People's Navy and he has the best interest of your well-being at heart.